today's episode of Avengers Assemble, we're going to be talking about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, I know that little intro right there is a little bit longer than normal. I figured I'd give you guys a treat since I thought that the two songs lined up really well. I just know now that I have to talk for at least another 10 minutes and take up your time, and I'm sorry about that. But if you happen to like the first video, like and subscribe. We'll do more funny stuff like that going into Avengers Assemble coming up. Now, like I said, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., a show that aired on the American Broadcasting Company, otherwise known as ABC, on September 24th of 2013. It's starring Clark Gregg reprising his role as Phil Coulson from, the movie Avengers, Iron Man, and, a couple other great Marvel appearances that he's already had. But S.H.I.E.L.D., otherwise known as Strategic Homeland Intervention, Enforcement, and Logistics Division, that's just a really long way of saying S.H.I.E.L.D., and you'll find out later on in this show that they make a joke in comparison to Spear. It's basically the same thing, but then I think that the eventual setup is to get the show to where they have S.H.I.E.L.D., Sword, and all other properties that are brought in by Marvel itself. I think that over the time coming forward that this show will evolve and we'll see more of Daisy Johnson, oops, spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen the show, otherwise known as Quake, early on as we did, but to have her completely disguised as another character known as Sky, which nobody knew about. It was really interesting to kind of get a grasp on this show altogether. It starts off after the end of Avengers, the Iron Man 3, and basically Iron Man 3 is going on and the Avengers just ended, and Coulson was on a hiatus, came back, and that's where the show picks up. And so with that pickup, it kind of ties in the Extremis and AIM from Iron Man 3 and then brings it all the way into Captain America Winter Soldier, where Hydra takes over S.H.I.E.L.D., and you get to see a lot of that switch. And this show gets really interesting right when all that turn goes on. And characters that a lot of people were upset about changing sides, mainly Grant Ward, switching sides, it kind of made a rift in the bunch, and it created a great story plot moving forward. Plus the fact that now the development of Daisy Johnson and how Daisy Johnson comes to be, it's all so exciting in the beginning, and then it even gets more exciting as it goes on, because then it starts to tie into the Kree, which is a Guardian of the Galaxy's reference. I made an earlier video about the Marvel MCU universe and how it all lays out, but this show ties in to everything I was talking about before. I hadn't finished the show yet by the time I had done that video, so I didn't want to talk about S.H.I.E.L.D. just yet. I'm happy that I waited though, so I can give you guys a rundown on this that is, justified and gives you guys enough information about the show. So like I said, like and subscribe so far. There'll probably be a part 2 coming out where it covers seasons 3, 4, and 5, and then I will have another one coming up after that to speculate on what could happen in season 6. Yes, that's right. If you didn't already know, Season 6 has been announced that it is in filming right now. And I have a lot to believe that it has a lot to do with the Infinity War and why it took so long. But I'll talk about that speculation next week. Like I said, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, Avengers fans.